Where are we going, Harrison?
There's a horse wagon.
Yeah.
And I make you happy.
It's time for a story. This afternoon, it's horse riding. There, horse riding. Yes, giraffe. That's it. That's all we've got. Okay. Shall we give him a stroke?
I saw a child who couldn't walk, sit on a horse, laugh and talk, then ride it through a field of daisies, and yet he could not walk unaided. I saw a child no legs below sit on a horse and make it go through wood of green and places he had never been, to sit and stare away from a chair. I saw a child who could only crawl, mount a horse and sit up tall, put it through degrees of paces and laugh at the wonder on our faces. I saw a child born into strife, take up and hold the reins of life, and that same child was heard to say, "Thank God for showing me the way."
When I first started being involved in the RDA, which is about 5 years ago, I knew very little about why the children were having riding for the disabled lessons. And in a sense, it was completely unimportant as to why they were riding. It's just that those children benefit from it, and they have a particular disability which I don't know anything about, but riding helps them to overcome that disability. It's the fact that they're not able to lead a life like you and I independently, but they can come here and they can ride a horse and get a terrific amount out of it.
And what do you say to Ben?
Good
boy, good boy.
What dog?
That's it, lovely.
Shall we go and find Green Bear?
Yeah. We've seen Green Bear already, haven't we?
No.
No. Harrison, now you need to get Green Bear.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good boy. Well done.
Harrison was born with a syndrome called charge syndrome. Basically leaves him with multisensory impairments, so a lot of sensory impairments with regard to his hearing loss, vision impairment, and a lot of balance impairments as well. So he kind of doesn't really know which is up and which is down, and has had to learn how to balance. So even from sort of the age of 8 months old, he was learning how to sit and how to hold his body upright. And then obviously he's not yet walking, so he's 4.5, and walking is one of his next milestones.
Good boy, good sitting. What do you say to Ben? Lovely.
The guys here have just been fantastic because they've always willing to dress up in something silly. Their ability to put on a pair of butterfly wings or giraffe ears and walk around with Harrison and jumping up and down and making silly noises to get his attention and keep him involved is just brilliant.
It's an experience that those children will never ever have in any other walk of life. If you take Kimmy, for example, she spends all of her waking hours strapped in that wheelchair. For 5 minutes or 10 minutes, she's out of that wheelchair, on a pony's back, being led outside. The sun's on her face, the wind's on her face. She's walking that pony round a field. She can feel the pony between her legs. There's no saddle. She can actually feel that pony between her legs. And it's an experience that she wouldn't get anywhere else. She just finds it completely magical.
Beautiful.
I think that it actually really benefits her balance, her sitting. She's always sleepy when we get home, so it benefits her sleeping that evening. And just sort of digestion, the whole tutti. Well, I them because they've been so very, very kind to Kimmy here. Everybody's so nice to her and she really loves coming. She looks forward to coming. And I think it's the ponies as well. She enjoys the ponies and just being here.
I think Kimmy is probably a kind of pet project, I suppose, because I back ride with her. It's amazing. You see her in the chair and she comes out sometimes quite in spasm, really, and she sits on the horse. I only support her. I don't actually hold her at all. And even when she's going lopsided, she does that herself. And to think, I mean, the energy it must take for her to do that, it is incredible. It really is. Just to think, she's sitting up by herself. She's not in the chair, she's actually sitting up by herself. It's wonderful.
Trot, trot. Leave on the pony goes trot, 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 all day long.
Neve can't talk, so obviously it's difficult to say what she gets out of horse riding, but the fact that she doesn't hit herself while she's on the horse, to me, means that she enjoys it. When she gets agitated and because she can't communicate, she does hit herself, so she literally bites her hands and she hits her ears and her face, and she literally does, you know, it's very, very hard. If you get caught in the crossfire, it's a proper punch. And she does that every day. It's difficult to try and find activities that she really enjoys, but we've been to quite a few people who, because of her sensory needs, they've said that horse riding is one of the things that she would get enjoyment out of. She can't tell me, but the fact that she doesn't hit herself on the horse shows that she's quite happy being on the horse.
The whole ethos behind our group, it's basically about riding and being a family again, and what we always feel is that we give them an additional experience, and a lot of it is about this place that you see here, you know, the feeling that the whole place has and the sort of tranquility, and then the wonderful opportunity we've got to ride in the woods.
You walk through the woods, the branches are moving, the trees are moving, they look up and they feel and they see all those things around them, which is just natural. They're riding a pony, they're having fun. It's sensory perception at its best and most natural.
Up, down. Good boy, Josh. Up.
Oh, high five, brilliant.
Yay, good boy.
Arthur, he's actually got a lot of fun and laughter from it, but his posture, his balance and his listening to instructions, which he finds quite difficult, have really moved on. And also the interacting with strangers, the social side, signing and trying to get his voice across to them has been really, developmentally really good for him. Oh, he absolutely loves it. The giggling and the laughing, especially when he's trotting, is something that he really loves, yeah.
We're just so fortunate, and that is absolutely fantastic. I know when some of my helpers say, oh, it's Sue today, we're on a route march, because I do tend to take them for about 5 miles, and I mean, I'm quite fit, and so we do walk, and our horses are very good walking horses, but I think we all have a sing-song, and it's a get-together for everybody. It's not always like this. I mean, it can be absolutely pouring with rain and we're slopping about in the woods in mud, but it doesn't make any difference. Everybody's just happy.
The best bit is like just going out with these guys and just riding around in the woods and basically having lots of fun. Today's just been so good. It's just amazing what's happened today.
Johnny's got some special needs. Basically, he had meningitis at 2 days old and therefore has a slight brain injury. And what this gives him is it's given him a huge confidence boost. He is able to obviously learn to ride a pony, learn to look after a pony. And in fact, he was one of the first children that an RDA, local RDA, sent to go on a pony club event. And that gave him a huge confidence boost. We'll have to see what happens in the future. It may be that we can use this experience to lead on to a future in equestrian stuff, which would be really good for him, I think.
On a Wednesday, we have a group of 3 guys that come to do work experience in the morning. We have Michael, who also rides with us, but loves to come and work. William, for example, is a guy who has Asperger's syndrome, and he's a very bright guy, but he finds it difficult to interact with people socially. But he loves coming here. He's enormous, and Michael is quite small, and the 2 of them together are just wonderful. And William will tell Michael what to do, and it's like they work together so well. They get on so well. They tease each other, but for them, it's just a lovely experience for them.
Game over.
We're done.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, boy.
You're very funny.
You're fine.
So are you.
Hey, you.
What we always talk about is our sort of family, and the fact that it's helping not only the children and the adults, but I think it helps the volunteers just as much, and they get just as much out of it as the children and the adults that we help.
Who's the best rider?
Me.
Yeah.
Right. Come, me. Me.
When you're on the pony, what do you do?
Sing.
Do you enjoy that?
Yes.
Sometimes it seems the going is just too long, and things go wrong no matter what I do. Now and then it seems like the life is just too much, but you got the love I need to see me through. When food is gone, you are my daily need. Off the saddle, off the saddle. When friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. You know it's real. You got the love. You got the love. You got the love. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you got the love. I need to see me through.
Yeah.
A lot of smiles, a lot of happiness, a lot of singing.
I just feel that Kimmy knows everybody here and she's happy here and she feels safe. So it's a good environment to bring her to.
Harrison is a very happy little boy, and he's always up for a new experience, and I mean riding for the disabled was just perfect for him.
If they think they're going to drag me away from here, there's no chance. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Next week.